My name is Jean. For my masterclass, I'm going to do flower arranging. And to start with, I'm going to do a triangle. I already have soaked my oasis, which I've taped in case it fell over. I use a turntable so that you see that you're going right round the arrangement. You have to have your greenery all conditioned. I pick my greenery about 2 days before I do anything, and I put it in buckets of water and let it soak up. I'm going to start with some tall points. Points you need for the centre to make it a triangle, and I will take off the bottom and push it in, and then I'll go to the side. What you have to remember is you keep it in line with your corners. Now I'm going to use a mixture of greenery. Today this is a lovely hebe. This is a lovely shrub, and I like to try and put all my greenery in first because it gives you a better idea. This is Senecchio. It's a very good flower arranging piece of greenery. It's well used and it lasts for a long time. And then I've got a lovely skimmia. This is a young skimmia my daughter has in her garden. This is a lovely one. And I'll just fill in my greenery. And the more greenery you have in, the less flowers you need as well. I'm going to turn that round and let you see what the shape of it is. This is the foundation of all flower arranging the greenery. We're going to put in now our flowers. So we start at the top with some lovely alstroemeria, and take off any leaves that you think is too many. And then start at the top and push it right down into the oasis. To make your triangle, you're going to go like that. And you'll see why the oasis is quite wet, because that'll keep it all fresh. This carnations, I cut them at the bottom, slanting ways. This is the nodule here, so I'm going to cut it off. And that lets the water soak up your carnation. And you can be very gentle and bring them out if they're still not open properly. I get all my flowers from the supermarket. So they're really nice flowers, very reasonable. I'm looking to keep the shape, give it a bit of height, and a variety of flowers. These are absolutely beautiful carnations today. Trying to keep the container as much as a triangle shape as you can. Sometimes it's difficult to get it right on, but most of the time it's quite all right. If you want to condition your roses, soak them in lemonade and water. Well, this is my triangle finished. Carnations at the top, alstroemeria, spray carnations, roses, and just greenery, rest is greenery. And it would be quite nice in a hall or an entrance to a chapel. Once I put this away, I shall give you another demonstration of a 5-flower arrangement, which is very nice and very reasonable to do for a beginner. For this arrangement, I'm just got a small saucer and deep enough to hold the water, because you need to keep your oasis wet. Now I've taped it on because if somebody knocked it over, it would all fall out and it would be on the floor. And then to do gerberas, they're quite delicate and they're quite weak in their stalk. So I put a hook on the wire, and what I'm going to do is going to take it down through the middle, like so, then pull it round the back and just twist your hand round and go round with your fingers, and this will keep it rigid. So I'm going to start with a nice tall piece here. This is just a bit of contaniaster. I've got some nice compresses. This is quite nice for filling in. So I'm going to put it at the back just to give it a bit of depth. And I've got some lovely fuchsia leaves. Now these leaves are very, very good for flower arranging. They do last, and what I'm going to do is to layer them. So I'm going to put them in right into the corner, and I'm just going to put 3 in. And then I'm going to put some more small pieces to the side. That's the shape of that one. We'll start with that. And by the time you get them all in, you won't see the greenery. This is the way I want them to stand, so that they're looking at you, giving you a nice smile. And then we'll put 2 to the side, and they don't need to be so big. I'm just going to put some greenery at the bottom to hide the oasis. I'm going to put another fuchsia leaf in the corner, and it's coming. That's the idea, it's coming towards you. I'm going to put some stalks in. It's actually the bottom of the gerberas, and I think it just gives it another dimension. Just a different way of seeing things through the flowers. And I quite like using them. I hate to waste anything. And cut the slant at the bottom and at the top, and just stick them in. Place them in. It's trial and error, really, at the end of the day. This is my 5 flower arrangement of gerberas, or you could have carnations or 5 roses, and any greenery that you like. As long as you try to remember you've got a shape to do. That was my masterclass. Thank you very much for allowing me to do my flower arranging, and I hope you enjoy it and you go home with lots of ideas and lots of tips. Keep it well watered and give it a drink every day. You won't live without a drink, neither will the flowers.